Monday.
Happy Monday. I have Skittles in my mouth. I misjudged how long it would take to chew Skittles.
Oh, that's all right.
During the countdown.
Yeah. I don't even think I'm going to do a countdown after last week. I don't think I'm ever going to do it again.
Are you scarred?
I'm scarred.
It's okay. You're scarred and you're scared. But it all worked out. I think it really set our mood up for having fun because
Good.
our we had a flub, but we kept going. It's all good.
Yeah, but I think
I'm just having water this evening.
Yes. Cheers. Happy Monday.
Cheers. Aqua cheers. I have.
Ooh.
Aren't you short? Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? It's always a cause to use the Star Wars class. But Bridget is here and Marcy is here.
Hey, Bridget.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, how is everybody's weekend?
Well, this Monday was rough because last week was mainly holiday.
Yeah.
So having to be awake at my normal wake up time was not fun. Not fun. Hey, Emily.
Oh my
goodness. But I hope everybody had a good holiday.
I hope everyone had something fun, something, either something just
I hope you had delicious food.
Good food. I had some stuffing. Mr. Agenda made stuffing where he cut up all the bread and he let it sit for a couple days. Like he made it all fresh with fresh herbs. It's good.
Mm-hmm. I had stuffing as well, gluten-free stuffing, but it came out of a bag. It was made on the stovetop. It was very quick stuffing, which is great. I'm actually having Thanksgiving leftovers for dinner later.
Yeah, we don't have any leftovers, but
because if you watched our thing, you know what we did not have at Thanksgiving, and I was livid.
Oh, I know you had deviled eggs.
Yes, because I made the deviled eggs. We didn't have canned cranberry sauce.
Oh.
My grandma attempted a new cranberry relish recipe.
Yes.
It was fine.
Really?
I ate it. No one else enjoyed it. I was like, well, that's what you get for not using the can. Oh. So I stopped him. My mom's like, I have cans, just get one. So on my way home, I stopped. I got a can just for myself.
One of my mother-in-laws a cranberry orange jam that is the best, and I wanted Scott to go get some because we couldn't go to that Thanksgiving. We still had 2 Thanksgivings, but we couldn't go to that Thanksgiving because we weren't boosted. So we weren't invited. Like, I already had it. Can't get a booster. Just had it.
Yeah. I was gonna get my booster this weekend, but I still have this lingering thing, and it's a bad idea to get
exactly
a vaccine when you're not feeling well. So
I missed that cranberry orange jam relish, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, my friend has a recipe for cranberry orange, but you have to you use real oranges and you have to peel all the membranes off, so you just have the little jimmies. Have you ever done that? It's a nightmare.
No, I haven't.
Somebody else can do it. Give me the can. I'm just as happy with the can. Anyway. Yeah. So
how was your Thanksgiving, Sheila? Did you have yummy foods?
Sheila cooked a whole turkey.
She did?
Yeah.
I'm sure she had good wine.
Plus and then she got to make soup with it too.
Oh. Was this on Instagram?
No, we had a talk. We had a video chat.
That's nice.
She sent backup treats for Mitzi and Malcolm, and I got some goodies too. I did a whole lot of nothing the past 5 days, and it was extremely necessary. I watched Wednesday on Netflix. Has anybody in the chat watched Wednesday? It was almost my media must, but I was like, I mean, it's vintage in that the original Addams Family comic strip is from the 30s.
I say go ahead because my media must is nothing to do with vintage.
Okay. Well, I'll just expound upon it now. So, as a little goth girl at heart, Christina Ricci's Wednesday spoke to my soul. And so this Wednesday, I feel, is just as good. And it makes me happy. Very happy.
Oh, Sheila says Trader Joe's has cranberry orange relish. Ooh, I didn't know that.
I bet you have a Trader Joe's.
I do have a Trader Joe's.
Go look for it.
I should. It's down in Boulder, but for cranberry orange relish, I'll make the trip.
Make it happen. Well, what? I don't have a lot to talk about because I literally did almost nothing for the past 5 days.
I've been busy. Plus our new adopted.
How is the pup doing?
Remember?
Any improvement? Have you attempted bribery?
She won't even, like, I put sweet potatoes on the plate. Like, if she doesn't want to take something from you, she will not. And she won't drink. So she'll eat food. So we're adding water to her food because this dog won't drink. Like, it's anxiety inducing. And she doesn't want to be touched, or she doesn't like people at all. She's very, very damaged, a damaged animal, and
it'll get better. It's not been too long. It's only been like
a week and two days. We got her.
Not even 2 weeks yet. Listen,
oh my God.
My cats took a year to almost like each other. So
I think it will take this dog a year for her to decide to like us. That's what I'm estimating now. At first, I thought
you need to remind me to ask my friend Laura if she has any tips, because she does.
Oh, hey, Michelle.
Trading. Michelle, please be careful.
Yeah, Michelle's listening.
I know the deer around here are crazy right now.
Hey, Kathy.
It's deer season finally, so it will get better. Yeah. But well, shall we commence?
We can commence, or we can still keep talking about stuff. Oh, we're going to start with my.
Yes, I love this.
I thought, I mean, I wanted to bring something titillating.
The only quarrel I would have with this is maybe you have 2 groups of friends who don't actually get along. So this could keep them from talking.
Yes.
or the 2 family members who shouldn't, have direct eyesight.
I'm thinking we have like a month to try to find some really fun Christmas tablescapes. And so I was trying to find something wow. And when I saw this, I thought, I'm not sure about it, but
wow,
it's something.
It's like, it gives peacock feels, but that's definitely like a goose, isn't it? Is that
like a purple swan?
Or is it a swan?
Like Swan Lake, but it's like Liberace meets Swan Lake. I don't know. But they went for it. Like, they're going for it. And I respect that.
I want to know what's on the plates.
There was no close up to see what was on the plates, but it was more of just because of the centerpiece.
The overall, yeah.
That's a commitment.
Kathy agrees it's a swan.
Yeah. purple swans. They've got
Oh
the
yeah, no, Mitzi, that centerpiece would like be broken because Mitzi would be like, "Oh, that's a toy."
Right, with all those ostrich feathers up there, she'd be all over it.
So mine is a little simpler.
It's beautiful. Now that I love.
So my inspirations on Instagram, she does just a bunch of different tablescapes. So if you need some ideas, she's a perfect person to follow. What grabbed me about this, which I had to grab a screenshot from a reel, because you see this like giant latte mug, and then she had put a little candle holder in the middle and then surrounded it with moss. It looks real simple.
It's adorable.
But it was really cute. And there's a bunch of mishmashed, like there's some silver candlesticks, there's some clear candlesticks, and there's some gold, there's some silver. So, you can mix your metallics if you do it right. But I love the red and white stripe too, mixed with the greenery. It was just, it's very festive, but not like in your face Christmas.
Yeah, at first I thought very in the mug it was like a little boxwood wreath. But either way, it's still a cute. I love it. It's adorable.
It's some kind of greenery. It looked very like reindeer mossy, but yes, this is a more attainable one. We don't all have feather swans hanging about. I mean,
well, I
had to throw mine out, but
But sometimes I feel like, when you see a photo, like that, I'm like, well, I got to share this with the group.
I know. We can have.
I'm not telling you to do it. I just wanted to share.
I kind of want to do it though. I don't have everything I need. Collections.
Yeah, I found some really cute
photos. Leanne, how are you feeling?
Oh, Leanne.
We'll just rewind. We haven't missed a lot, so you're fine.
Well, I thought, try to bring in some Christmas collections. So I thought we'd celebrate pets' houses. And I found some nice photos. I especially like the tiered tray table, the tiered, whatever you call those, pie tables? The tiered pie table. I liked that as a display for the houses. I thought that was really cute. And I don't know if they just stuck those to the wall on the other photo, but it looks cute.
It almost looks like it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they just stuck them to the wall.
I wonder if that's the flat lay photo.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I bet you're right.
Because the way that one Santa is standing.
Yes. I bet that's what it is.
But with the shadows, it does look like it's on a wall.
I thought it was a wall, but I think you're right. It's got to be a flat lay.
And maybe they have some wizardry to stick it to the wall.
Yeah. And then I thought the photo on the jadeite cake.
Yeah. That's really cute.
It's a really great display idea. Just sprinkle some little snow on some cake plates is cute. And then I did want to share this one on the right that obviously is not a vintage putz house, but it's inspired by one. And it's so, I love silver and gold. So I thought I'll just throw this in case people want to make one. They might want to do something different. But I definitely think the 50s putz houses do have a lot of charm.
Yeah, I've never seen any in the wild here. I did try to buy some at an auction, and they went way out of my budget, because I think they're really cute. Like they were probably like a throwaway craft for a lot of people, and then they were like, you know what? Now everybody loves them.
Yeah.
So my collections are a little different because there are things from real life that I just wanted to share. So on the left is there's a little place called Modern Homestead at Tatham's, about 20 minutes from me. They're a greenhouse. They have a guest house. They have this old rustic country church where they have little concerts. And this is in the entryway to their little cafe
Cute.
and coffee shop. And I feel like you have done the copper collection.
That's okay. Let's revisit copper right now.
I know, but I was like, here's somebody in real life doing it.
Yeah.
Super cute. I took this picture yesterday. Like,
it's great.
I was like, oh, look at it. And then, they were selling poinsettias and stuff, but I just love the copper against the blue wall. And then on the right, my aunt has a huge Christmas village. And she always tries to find new ways to showcase it. And this is what she did last year.
Wow.
She put these little crates on the wall. Just to give it a little more interest versus like just putting it on a table or what have you. So that's my aunt knit.
That's great.
I was gonna, put them on separate slides, but then there would have been a whole lot of empty space. So real life collections that work.
I like it. That's great. And the purple, is that purple lights that she had, or is that just a reflection of blue?
No, so she has those big old bulbs on her tree, and so that blue light is just really, and it's next to a window that's giving it some fun light. So
yeah, I do like those villages. I don't have a tabletop to display them, but this is a really fun idea. Is if you
my mom puts hers
and go up.
Well, my mom has 2 villages, so she has like the Dickens style village, which most of hers came from Hills because Department 56 was, pricey back then, so it wasn't. So it was the Hills imitation. But then I got her some actual Dickens ones on sale not on eBay, because now people are selling their parents' collections for way cheaper.
Yes, I have one Dickens house, and it's the old Curiosity Shop. So
she doesn't have that one. I got her the Scrooge Counting House, and I got her Tiny Tim's house too.
They're all adorable. They're all
but then she has a Mickey Mouse village, which goes on the island. But her Dickens style village goes on top of our piano. Well, the piano is going to be mine, so it was my great grandmother's piano. It goes on top of there.
Wow,
but
that's a good spot for a village.
Yeah, and she has a riser like on the back, so you've got 2 levels. I should get a picture of hers.
Oh, get a picture of that.
Maybe next week. Watch out for Christmas villages.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's got all the English Tudor goodness. So this is Helming Hall in Suffolk in England. And I mean, just the room. The room. It's great. It inspires me.
I just imagine like the fire crackling and curling up on that sofa there with a wool blanket, some kind of large dog at your feet.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you'd like it because it looks like there's swords up there. I don't know.
I know. Those look like halberds.
What's that?
There's some kind of spear. They're too long to be swords.
Okay, so spears.
Spears are axes. Because look how big that center painting is.
Yeah, the whole room. I mean, if you look at the windows, you realize the scale. I mean, it's a
large
2-story.
Large. And I just love all the paintings.
Yeah.
I could do without
the whole room.
The horns, but that's just me. Okay. Halberds. HAL. It's funny. Some history highlight might be different types of swords because that's what I nerd out about. So,
yeah.
I have to find an appropriate time. When's an appropriate time of year for sword knowledge?
Anytime. I think now is good.
Okay. This is somebody I follow on Instagram, Magenta Modern, and I am showing you a few different pictures from her house because she uses her collections that she uses as her decor. So like,
Mhm.
you've got your colorful glassware. There's some king's crown in there, on open shelves against white tile, and it just looks so lovely.
That's very happy. I like
Right.
it. Mhm.
And then on the right, a little coffee station, but then you've got, their Fiesta ware
Yeah, I
acting as
see.
decor, and
Mhm.
I would hope they use it too. And then on the left,
Oh.
like, look, I love the old, like, are those old, like,
Oh,
theater seats for, like, they look like
80s.
the theater seats from, like, a school theater,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
not comfortable.
Yeah.
But I love the way her Pyrex is displayed. It's all like a rainbow theme. And
Mhm.
then I had to throw in this picture that she added for the holidays because I love this ornament
I love
idea.
it. Yes, I love the hanging stuff from the chandelier idea.
I don't have a chandelier like that. I can maybe hang stuff from the one in my living room, but it wouldn't be as round.
Mhm.
Less layers to use. Oh, I do like Fiesta ware. But I don't own any Fiesta ware. I had some and then I sold it. Yeah, I do like the globes as well. And then you can't tell, but those two picture frames are antique sheet music, which I also love.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's somebody here. I'll go back to her name, Magenta Modern. So if you just like pretty, colorful, mixing
Mhm.
vintage and new, she's a good person to follow because I think they redid a 1970s house.
Mhm.
Hedgehogs.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with vintage, but I thought I would share this Instagram. Ichigo Chiyoko. Because hedgehogs.
Because why not hedgehogs?
Why not? Yeah, when I saw the one with him in the shell, I thought, oh, Joyce is gonna love this.
They're so cute.
Yeah,
I
really
just,
freaking cute.
but I would want to just like squeeze them,
Yeah, a little too
And
hard.
well, I mean, you can't. It would hurt. Probably hurt you more than them. But yes, it's so cute. It looks like he has one of those hats that I use on my
I know.
nose.
It does. Could be one of those hats.
It looks exactly the same. All right. So my media must. I have followed her on Instagram for a while, Emily Retro. She goes all out with her decor for like every season and just basically every season, every holiday, and she switches up like her hut. She's got like this wall of shelves, and so this is one she came out with recently. So she got blow molds, and then I really love all the ornaments in this big apothecary jar or canister. And then on the right was for fall. And I love how everything is mixed in, but it all works together because of the color. Like there's little kids' puzzles, there's some blendo, plus, the Merry Mushroom, all of that. But
Oh yeah,
all those muted tones, it all works together.
yeah. She's even got one of those tin ginger jars up in the middle, a red one. And it
Mm-hmm.
looks great in there.
Yeah. But I just discovered there's 2 snails. She's got a matching pair of snails, and they're on like those upturned,
Oh, I see.
like stacking mugs, you know.
Yeah.
So I really like to look at her stuff for ideas.
Oh, her drawer pulls look really interesting. And I'm wondering, is that more of like a crochet doily over a drawer pull, or is
I
that
don't know.
a whole drawer pull?
I don't
It
know.
looks great.
I'd have to go back and look at her other Hutch pictures. I wonder if she changes those too.
Yeah.
Like, and there's what she had for Halloween in her dining room.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just discovered she has a YouTube channel. I don't know why. I didn't know. I guess I'm bad at reading people's captions on their Instagram pictures. But she does little history things too. So she has a vintage die cut history video, and then she also does little crafts.
I might have seen one of her videos on Halloween blow molds. Now that I see her face, I think I have.
I think she has at least a blow mold,
a
regular blow mold one. But I really like this little candle craft was fun because they're little black flame candles.
Oh, cute.
So that's my medium must. And I didn't plan that right because now I have to keep talking. I need more water.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, she just did a thing where she took like Trader Joe's has these felt ball trivets and in different colors, and there was a rainbow one, and she'd been wanting a rainbow felt ball garland but couldn't find one anywhere that had it like in the order of the rainbow. So she cut the trivet apart, separated out all the colors, and then made her own in actual rainbow order.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She is from Michigan, Holland, Michigan. So let me remove this. I'm not going to tell you the exact, like, where this is going to end up. I'm going to let y'all guess. So,
ooh.
I was running out of ink, so if I'm going like this, it's because I'm trying to read my notes. Because I didn't have time to try and find my new ink cartridge, which is here somewhere.
You guys! Mr. Jenner just gave me tea!
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it is. It's too hot for me to drink.
I still got water.
Thank you so
much. Malcolm, get me wine. My cat is a terrible leader.
Leanne just asks, are we both team felt ball garland? Inquiring minds want to know.
I love felt ball garlands.
I love them. I love them when people do them where it fits in their decor, but no felt balls for me.
I like them. I mean, I have some.
It's not me.
Well, these aren't. Well, look, I've got some that I leave up year round on my thing.
Yeah, no. Leanne's like, I knew it. But I love looking at people's houses. Like that Emily retro, I loved it. I mean, it looks amazing.
I found some Halloween ones that I used on my Halloween table. I just like them because they add a little something without being like overwhelming. All right.
Ooh.
So
yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Take me here. Take me here now.
So many of our current American Christmas traditions can be traced back to Germany specifically. A few notable ones: the Advent calendar, the Advent wreath, Christmas tree, Tannenbaum. But it is important to note that the idea of using evergreen trees and plants during the winter months didn't begin in Germany. Egyptians, Celts, many cultures use evergreens to honor, because they're evergreen. And in the winter, it's the only green you got. So it was used in the winter by many, pagan, etc.
Mm-hmm.
religions to symbolize that life is continuing. And as such, it warded off evil spirits, that lingered in the dark months. And then, Christianity came in and started co-opting those traditions. And I can't stop coughing. Originally, they would build triangular shapes out of wood and just cover those with evergreens of different kinds. Legend has it that Martin Luther, who founded Protestantism in Germany, was walking home one evening, saw the stars through an evergreen tree, and to recreate that, he added candles to a tree, and thus candles in a Christmas tree. The Tannenbaum was born. Of course, now we don't put real candles in our tree because that burned down lots of houses.
Yeah.
And then we got the fairy lights, when glass came in, to put the candle in there. Mm-hmm. And then that evolved to fairy lamps. And then we all know where that went. So in addition to the candles, they would also decorate them with nuts and fruits. And then that evolved from one person into glass ornaments. Because in 1597, there was a man named Hans Greiner. He was born in 1550. He was a glass worker. And he had settled in an area called Lauscha, Germany. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's Lauscha. Here we go. Lauscha, Germany. In 1597, he was not a wealthy man, but he knew how to blow glass. And Lauscha is a place that's rich in timber and sand. Thus, it was a good place to build a Glashütte, which is the glassmaker shop. And instead of what was I saying? He couldn't waste fruit and nuts that his family needed to eat. So he made glass, fruit, and nuts that he could reuse every year on his family tree. And he went, there was another person who helped him, and I didn't write that person's down, but Hans Greiner is attributed as the first person who created these mouth-blown glass ornaments. And they were very simple to begin with, just like whatever came out of the blowing process. And it's important to note, in the early stages, they would reuse glass from windows, from whatever, to make these things. Other glass blowers saw this, it caught on, and soon everyone in Germany was buying these ornaments from Lauscha.
Wow.
And then we know that trickled to the UK when Victoria was gifted a tree by her husband, and that was like 1832. But I think it was somewhere just before that, another Hans Greiner. Yeah, it was his descendant, started doing different shapes. And they became more involved, more colorful, and it just, exploded to what we know today.
But it started as fruits.
It started as fruits and nuts, or like pine cones.
Okay.
So those are very traditional shapes. German immigration, to the U.S. exploded around the late 1800s. in early 1900s. I think somewhere around 1880, there were 2.5 million German immigrants, like first generation German immigrants in the US. And so they started doing it. Queen Victoria was doing it. Everybody wanted a Christmas tree. Everybody wanted glass ornaments. The only places making them was Germany. So the import of German ornaments started in the late 1800s by a certain F.W. Woolworth, who took a trip to Germany, saw them, and was like, I need to sell these. Mm-hmm. And he made a fortune importing German glass ornaments to the United States.
Wow.
Shortly after Woolworth started selling them, a man by the name of Max Eckhart was born in Oberlin, Germany in 1890, a short distance from Lauscha, Germany. He started work as a toy maker. That didn't work out for him. So he and his brother joined forces to open their own ornament business in Oberlin in 1926. He was annoyed by the way colors would fade. So he started coating the ornaments with silver nitrate to make them shinier and the color last longer. In the late 20s, he immigrated to New York City, and he continued the import business of German-made ornaments from his family factory in Oberlin and other glass blowers in Germany. But then came 1937. Y'all know who was being annoying in 1937?
Yes. Adolf.
A certain tiny mustached person was being a jerk. So, around 1937 is when England began the blockade on German-made goods. And Max kind of saw this coming. Part of the reason why he immigrated is he wasn't a fan of the rhetoric that was exploding in Germany at the time. So he moved. But in 1937, he was like, if we can't get German glass here, what are we going to do at Christmas time? And that's when the town that saved Christmas came in. Wellsboro, Pennsylvania.
Look at that shiny bright Max Eckhart and Sons. Look at that box.
Max Eckhart, that was an ad. Max Eckhart approached, he approached Woolworth, and he and Woolworth approached jointly the Corning Glass Company, because they were like, listen, we're not going to be able to get glass ornaments. You're the only people we know who could maybe make glass ornaments. They did not at this point in time. So they had the meeting, and it was, let's see, because yearly demand on average for U.S. glass ornaments was 250 million.
Wow.
So that would be people very sad that they couldn't get their 250 million glass ornaments. So he was supplying Woolworth stores, so they went to Corning. And in 1941, they worked with, it was before 1931. But so Corning had in Wellsboro a factory that produced light bulbs. It was called a ribbon machine. And they were like, you know what? Light bulbs are very similar to ornaments.
Uh-huh.
Now, German mouth-blown ornaments, a very well-practiced craftsman could make like 600 ornaments in a day. This machine, once retrofitted to make shiny bright bulbs, could make like 30,000 in a day. Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
Right. Wow. And so Max Eckhart could claim to be the very first manufacturer of American-made glass ornaments.
Did you see
Oh,
Emily's Families?
that's awesome.
That's very
I'm
cool.
crazy about glass too.
Yeah.
So, initially, they were the shiny brights, but then around 41, they were silvered on the inside and outside so that they would remain shiny and bright for a long period of time. But again, wars happening. So things became scarce. And from 1941 to 1946, when rationing was lifted, shiny brights looked different. And actually, the rarest shiny brights aren't coated in silver. They are a simple color with maybe some bands of other color. And the rarest ones have cardboard caps and hangers
I didn't
because
even know
the metal wasn't available.
Wow.
So if you come across a shiny bright with cardboard cap, and so many, once they could get caps, they replaced them. So people didn't keep those caps on them.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah.
Wow.
Middle cup hanging here. Yeah. And this was just a picture from, the war era that I wanted to share because I like old pictures. Anyway.
The factory picture of them putting in the box.
Yeah.
That's such a great picture.
And so Shiny Brights, and there were other companies doing it as well. Max, and you don't see Max Eckert because if we go back to this, you don't see Max Eckert and Sons because obviously people with German sounding names had some issues during wartime. So he switched to just selling under Shiny Bright. So again, if you find boxes or ads with Max Eckert on it,
it's old.
Then it's going to be a little rarer. It's going to be older, probably pre-1941. So the Shiny Bright continued to be popular through the 40s and 50s up until the 60s. And then Shiny Bright operations largely stopped by the 70s.
Were they making them? They were making them in USA though, all the entire time, right?
Yeah, from I think it was 1937 is when Corning started producing and they would produce not just for Max, and he was one of the biggest ones because he had a deal with Woolworth. Woolworth would sell these at his 5 and dime store. So original Shiny Brights were sold between 2 and 10 cents a piece. Let me make sure I'm not missing any of the facts.
Wow.
Yeah, 1939, the first machine-made batch was shipped to Woolworth's 5 and dime. Woolworth ordered more than 235,000 ornaments that first December.
How cool would it be is if we could all get in a time machine and it would take us to a Woolworth's in 1950 and we could go shopping.
We could drop $20. Cover a whole tree. Right. And then 1940 alone, the Corning employees turned out 40 million Shiny Brights, supplying them to stores all over the U.S. So 1970, they stopped. Ooh! But here's the Sears and Roebuck catalog with some lovely vintage that we love. And that's why we do find Shiny Brights so often, because they were everywhere. They were everywhere. And then 1970 to 1990, no new ones were produced. Christopher Radko bought the rights to the Shiny Bright name and started producing replicas of the Shiny Bright ornaments.
I wonder how much he paid for the Shiny Bright name.
I don't know. You can also find Shiny Bright. I don't know if they're the Christopher. West Elm was selling Shiny Bright for a while as well. But this box right here, the Christopher Radko, is currently available on his website to purchase. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I don't have any more pictures, but the Wellsboro, PA, the town that saved Christmas, because that's where the Corning factory was located. They took that nomenclature, the town that saved Christmas, and they ran with it. And every year, the first weekend in December, they have a Dickens Christmas Festival. So, like, thousands of people go there for like old-fashioned Christmas. There's a Victorian marketplace with food and drink, gift items. They have like gas run street lamps. There's, that whole feel. And then the next weekend, they have Christmas on Main Street, and they have Shiny Bright displays in businesses all over town. There are 24 different displays of the Wellsboro made ornaments from the 40s set up in different ways. So,
oh my gosh, let's go.
I do kind of want to go. I don't know how far it is from me. I mean, Pennsylvania's just right above me, but it's a large state, so it could be 8 hours away. Yeah. So, yeah, so I originally was just gonna do Shiny Brights, but then I was like, okay, where do we start? So I just started at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And I think
that's great. I love this story about how the ornaments started.
I had no idea that Hans Greiner, just because I hope he died a wealthy man, because those glass ornaments are something we all think of and associate with, and his were very general until the next Hans Greiner made the fancier ones. I think it was like 200 years later or something like that. And I'm pretty sure there's still Greiner family making glass in the area of Germany. So I really want to go to a German Christmas market. Like, that is on my bucket list. I mean,
gosh, yes.
So I could get a glass ornament there. Let me make us bigger. Oh, I have a bunch of Woolworth buttons that I used in various crafts.
And Joyce said
they look tortoise-shelly.
Oh, tortoiseshell?
They look, it's like, it's not tortoiseshell, but it has the look of tortoiseshell. I mean, it was Woolworths. It wasn't real tortoiseshell.
Yeah. Joyce said she had a 2-story Woolworths in her town.
Oh, wow. The 90s.
Yeah, I agree, Mary. Let's all go to Germany.
Let's do it. Do you have any favorite things to share this week?
I brought 2 little tiny favorite things, and you're gonna love them. Do you want me to show them to you now? Okay. I got these at a estate sale, and they're half dolls, but they're teeny. And they have little pointy hats, like little witch hats.
Those are cute.
Look at them.
They're tiny.
They're teeny. So cute.
I love teeny.
I know.
Those are amazing.
So cute. I just like that one had a black hat, one had a white hat. It's like good witch, bad witch. So cute.
Right. They went to the school of good and evil.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite thing. Oh, where on earth? Sorry. Like, my phone is reminding me to eat food. I have been working on crafts, so I haven't done a lot of, antiquing or anything else. And which, if Helen, New England Thrifter, she makes gnomes out of different things. So she originally gave me the inspiration for this. And I have a ton of wine corks because, not because I drink a lot of wine, though that is true. The when I made jewelry from wine corks, people knew that I was using corks and then kept giving them to me. So I have like garbage bags full. I couldn't drink that much. I'd be dead if I drank that much wine. So I have made tiny gnome ornaments for my upcoming craft show. And so here is hat choice number 1. He's got a big beard.
Oh, so cute.
Hat choice number 2. It's 3. Of the buffalo check. And 4. Look at it. Look at the little noses. They make me happy. I think I'm also going to make magnets from them because not everybody has a tree, but they make me really happy.
You're so stinking cute.
Yeah, you can be chilling with my nomies.
They'd be cute hanging from like your rearview mirror too. It's like a little gnome.
Yeah, I have a whole bucket full right now. Because once I started making them, I just couldn't stop. It was fun. And I don't have a quote because I ran out of time.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. Stay hydrated.
Oh my gosh, that Wednesday movie, it's just full of like those quotable one-liners.
The Wednesday show?
Wednesday. Yeah.
The very first quote from the whole show about school.
Well, there's that one, like someone said something about burying the hatchet and she goes, I don't bury hatchets, I sharpen them, or something like that. All these, like, tons of one-liners. You just know that those writers were sitting there for a couple days coming up with those one-liners.
Yeah, it was oh, I'm gonna find it. It's like from the very opening of the series. Let's see. Da, 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 incredible luck. No. It was something about like I just saw it everywhere, and now
apparently we're humongous in Joyce's craft room.
Oh, we on the big screen.
Yeah.
It was but she's walking through a high school and she says oh, thanks, Leanne. She's like, whoever thought it was a good idea to lock like hormone riddled teenagers in a building with adults whose dreams have already
been crushed too. Yeah.
Is my kind of sadist. I was like, ooh, Mary, can I come to your Christmas crafting party?
Oh,
I'll hang out. I'll make some gnomes. My craft room is my project for the winter, like once my shows are done, because having been doing shows this fall, it's a little bit of a nightmare.
Just a lot of a nightmare. Your craft room. I mean, it's just full of stuff.
Right. But it's everywhere. It's not in any way organized, and it's driving me crazy.
I took our laundry folding table and stole it to turn into a craft table, and now it's just covered in stuff, and I couldn't do crafts on it. I did my most recent craft.
Do you know what that is?
On a dining room table.
That's called the curse of the horizontal surface.
Oh my gosh, I've been cursed so badly.
It's It's like I get it from my parents, honestly, because if there's something flat
Mm-hmm.
and empty, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta lay things on it. Just like put it down and then forget that it exists.
Yeah.
Until suddenly I can't see that flat surface anymore. So
Oh my goodness.
you too are afflicted with the curse of the
I am
horizontal surface.
afflicted. Oh, so bad. And I keep wanting to go to it, but I don't. I ignore it. Do you think that's the first sign of hoarding? Where we're like, that there's this huge mess, but you keep walking by.
For me,
You
it's
don't
just
wanna
like
go over there.
for me, it's just like I put it in a bag or a bin, and then I
Uh-huh.
forget about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, ooh, ooh. So what I've started doing is I set like whichever flat surface I want to clear, I set a timer for 20 minutes and just deal with it.
Oh.
And it's something about like just having a time limit.
Mm-hmm.
It helps me because then I'm like, I'm gonna get it all taken care of.
Yeah.
Now, do I sometimes just transfer it to a different horizontal surface? Maybe.
Transference. Right. That's a whole nother ailment. It's like leapfrog or something.
It's musical surfaces.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can still continue talking about nonsense, but thanks so much to everybody who came out. I
Fun.
hope that the history highlight was enjoyable for you and that you learned something interesting for you.
It was
Um,
great. And now we all want to go to Germany and
go to
celebrate
Germany.
hand-blown glass ornaments.
Well, I mean, Germany's really close to France,
I know. It's sounding like we need to turn this into a 5-week European tour.
Something to plan for. I hope you all, the rest of your Monday is nice, relaxing, and that the rest of your week proceeds calmly as well. And we will see you next week
Oh, it was so fun.
on Heather's channel, Antique
Yes,
Agenda.
yes.
It
Come
should,
back. Visit us again next Monday.
it should be in the description box. If it's not, I will make sure it is. And we shall see you then.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thanks for hanging out with
everybody.
us. Good night, you guys.